What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today we are back with another classic purchase, man. A 1995 Buick Skylark that I got from Insurance Auto Auctions in some state somewhere and had it shipped here. Does it run and drive? I have no idea. All I know is it was such a cool car back in the day. I always loved it. I've had a couple of them, and when I saw an opportunity to get another one, I decided to jump on it. So here it is, a very strange looking old product from General Motors. 1995 Buick Skylark Custom. This is going to be kind of the bottom of the barrel base model car here. It's got a little 2.3 liter quad overhead cam engine. Those things were kind of notorious back in the days. Very cool technology under the hood of this car for 1995. It looks like it's got good tires. It's an ex-rental vehicle. Has like 135,000 miles on the odometer, and that's all I know about it. I paid $325 for this car, and it cost me about $1,000 to ship it. Yeah, you heard me right, about $1,000 in shipping. It looks like it came with a little bit of money. Somehow made it. I think this car came from California, but I can't be sure. Came with some money on the back. Let's just leave it there. Let's see if it's there when we get back from a test drive, assuming it'll go down the road. I do know that the car runs because I have already started it. I had to kind of do some preliminary checking on all of the cars that I have out here, and most of them needed batteries. So I had to go out in just one truckload. I had to take all the old batteries and swap them out for new ones. So this one's got a new battery in it. I don't know why they put writing. It almost looks like it's paint. Like, I don't know that that's going to come off. Maybe it will. Maybe it's just, yeah, I don't know. They put it all over the place, including on the hood. Why? I don't know. Overall, the car looks pretty good. The paint's not perfect. It's got some little places here and there where the clear coat has come off, but overall, I think it still presents quite well. You got manual windows, crank windows. Ooh, it's hot in here. It is 100 degrees today in Oklahoma, guys. It is hot. So what do you think the chances are that the air conditioning works in this? I'm gonna say slim to none. Cool crank windows, a vent. Ooh, oh wow. Whew. It doesn't smell bad. It actually smells pretty good, but it is so hot. You got a little vent here, power locks, but manual windows. Do we have cruise control? Yeah, it's got cruise control, tilt wheel, and this big cushy seat, man. Now, I have a key right here. Now, I put the battery in this a couple days ago, so hopefully it doesn't have any phantom battery drains and we end up with a dead battery again. Let's put the key in. Fires right up. Let's turn. No, there's no air conditioning. I didn't hear the compressor. Oh. There's no blower motor either. Nope. Oh boy. Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be real fun. Woo! This is gonna be a hot one, guys. That's what this is gonna be. It's gonna be a hot one. Let's get these windows rolled down. All right, so, oh, it's got no gas either. Perfect. Oh, I love it when they show up with no gas. I think I got a gas can somewhere. 133,406 miles. Radio? I don't think the radio works. Oh, there it is. Yeah, radio works. All right, radio works. You got a ashtray here, glove box over here with the books. Really? 95 Buick Premium American motor cars, guys. Wow. All right, what is this? Not a clue. It's a very interesting little car, guys. Let's open the hood. Take a peek at what we're working with under here. Assuming I can find the hood latch. Come on. There we go. There it is. The 16 valve. Oh. Well, I went to hold the hood open, but unfortunately, well, there's nothing to hold it with. All right, we'll just do it this way. We're not going to check fluids. We're just going to hope that everything is good. There's that new battery that I put in it yesterday. I'm going to have to steal this battery here in a little bit because I need it for another car, and I'll have to replace it at some point when I get back. But I'm just curious. I mean, the car was so cheap, guys. People tell me all the time, there's no good deals. You can't get a good deal on a car anymore. Prices are too high. Well, you know, you just got to do some looking, guys. Now, I can't guarantee you that this is a good car. I don't know. I've never driven it. But for $325, you can't tell me that there aren't deals on cars out there, because there are. In fact, most of the cars that I've got out here, I paid very little money for. Several of them are $200, $300, $400, $600 cars, guys. So the deals are out there, and it's not like I just find these in one place. These cars are coming from all over the country. You just have to take the time to look. Now, if you are not interested in driving, you know, maybe an older hoopty, well, that's a different story. If you're talking about there's no good deals, but what you really mean is that there aren't any really nice, I don't know, like 57 Chevys floating around for $2,500. Well, then you're right. You're right, guys. Those don't exist. Here's my philosophy. If you are desperate for transportation, and some of you probably don't know what that is, you know, being desperate for transportation. I do. I think a lot of you probably do too. A lot of you are probably just like me. We come from a similar place. We grew up very poor. A lot of us did not have transportation when we were young. So the thought of driving something like this for us is a no-brainer, man. $325 all day, every day. I mean, if it'll get down the road, transmission shifts, even though the AC doesn't work, heat doesn't work, who cares? It's got 4 tires. Even if the transmission doesn't have 3rd gear, we'll make it work. We'd make this car, if we got to take the back roads to work, that's what we'll do, because we have to. We don't have a choice. We don't get to hand pick what we're going to drive. If you have the option to go out there and just pick whatever car you want, then you are doing fine. You don't need to worry about the cheap cars, guys. But I remember having a Pontiac Grand Prix. The entire passenger side was wrecked. And when I say wrecked, I mean all of it. The door didn't even open over here anymore. The whole side was crunched in on it. But I remember this too, it had cold air conditioning. And here in Oklahoma, man, that's a blessing. I didn't care if the car was wrecked. I didn't. I drove that car. It got me everywhere that I needed to go. It did it reliably. It looked like crap. I didn't care. It's better than Shoe Leather Express. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. Some people, they're a little too picky. They don't really know what desperation is. You know what I mean? I'm desperate for a car. There's no good deals. Hey, listen, here's one right here. All right. I got it for $325. You want to tell me if there's no good deals out there? I almost guarantee you, with that quad overhead cam engine, I guarantee you 130,000 miles, this thing probably runs, guys. There's the stock number in case you want to. Some people don't believe me. They think I lie about this stuff. I lie about how much I pay for cars. Well, there you go. Go look it up. Use AutoAstat.com. I use them all the time. It tells you the sale price of cars. You will see this stock number, Car Donation Foundation. Okay, so it goes to charity. I love bidding on cars for charity because you're doing a good thing. Even if the car turns out to be a total piece, it doesn't matter. You know, the money went to charity. Who cares? If it turns out to be a good car, great. If it doesn't, well, I did a good deed. So it's a win-win for me, guys. What do you say we buckle up? Take this thing out for a drive. So before I die of a heat stroke, let me just run down some things on this car real quick that I found from, what is this, KBB.com. So 95 Skylark, the 95 Skylark pricing started at $16,070. Good Lord. Owners gave the generation of the Skylark 92 to 98 a 4 out of 5 star rating, which is higher than most, and 85% recommended it. A lot of positive comments on this car. Fun to drive. I don't know about that, guys. It says 17 miles per gallon in the city and 26 on the highway. That's actually not too bad. There's really not a whole lot more to say about it other than that 2.3 liter OHC, the quad overhead cam engine, was really the engine that helped build the twin quad cam, or the quad twin cam, whatever GM decided to call it, that 3.4 liter dual overhead cam engine. The technology started at these quad 4 overhead cam engines. So I'm going to get buckled up, and I guess we are going to make an attempt to drive this car that who knows how long it's been sitting, came from a donation, down the road. I am dying out here, guys. This is absolutely awful. So I guess a couple of questions. Do we have power mirrors? No, we don't. And I'm not reaching over there. Windshield wipers. They work? Okay. Signals? Yeah. Yeah. We have radio, we have signals, we have wipers. Steering feels good. Brakes feel fine. The only question is, do we have a transmission? Did I check the fluids? Nope, I sure didn't. Listen, guys, $300 and whatever dollar car. I don't worry about it. We're just gonna do it to it. You know what I mean? The little overhead cam engine, she's peppy. The brakes sound absolutely awful in this. I hope we don't have like completely gone brake pads. Maybe it's just rust from sitting. Here we go. It shifted. I knew it. I knew it would. Oh, those brakes sound awful. It's just rust. Oh. Oh. Oh, and it's got no gas. Uh-oh, I forgot we had no, oh my. She needs a brake job, badly. We gotta get this thing to the shop, guys. It's got no gas in it. Oh, that sounds so bad. Oh, look at that old Pontiac right there. What is that, like a 94, 95 Pontiac? Yep, she needs brakes. That's okay. Right now it needs gas. I'll worry about brakes later. Well, I put a couple gallons in it and the gas gauge went up and then it came right back down. So I'm thinking we got a faulty fuel gauge on this. Oh, those brakes sound so bad. I'll just try not to hit the brakes. You know what I mean? I'm kidding. We don't have a choice. Hey, I got to make sure the car does fine before I go spending any money on it, you know? It's not like this car is worth a whole bunch anyway. There we go. The gas gauge came up. There it goes. About a quarter. Oh, wow. It's overfull. It showed about a quarter of a tank, which should be about right. We'll get her up to speed. We're doing 40. She actually cruises fine. Steering wheel sits a little bit to the right, which, you know, that's not exactly a bad thing. I'm kidding. It means there's something wrong. But it seems to steer straight. It's not like veering off the road or anything. We'll try out the cruise control too. It'll be interesting to see if that cruise works. I already hit the cruise and I don't think it works. All right, here we go. It's time to get it up to highway speeds, guys. 55, and then speed goes up to 65. I believe it's just a 3-speed, no overdrive transmission. Oh, yeah, she's already at 60. There's 65. Not a problem. I didn't even have to floor it or anything. Oh, we're doing almost 70 now. I'm gonna hold the cruise control. We'll see if it works. Nope. Cruise control does not work. Usually that means there's a vacuum leak somewhere. I don't see any check engine lights on. The temperature is staying nice and cool. Gas gauge is sitting at a quarter tank. Horn? No horn. No blower motor either, so that's all right. I didn't hear the compressor come on when I turned it on anyway. So overall though, remember when I said there's good cars out there for cheap? Yep, this is one of them. Is it a bucket? Yes, it's definitely a hoopty. It needs a little bit of work. Figure out the blower motor, throw a set of front brake pads on it, and you can be driving this down the road. The tires are decent. It runs out nicely. It doesn't seem like it's on fire. It's smooth going down the road. We're doing almost 80. And of course we got this guy over here that's gonna have to, he's gonna pass us to show his dominance in his Volkswagen. Give it a minute, guys, he's coming. He can't wait to get around me. I love these types of people, you know? It's like they just have to prove that they're better than you. My Volkswagen is better than your Buick Skylark. Well, that's fine. Mine was $325. How much did you pay for yours? Actually, that's not fair because he's probably got air conditioning. He's got air conditioning. I'm sitting here sweating my sweating some of my parts off in this heat. But there you go, guys. We're doing 75, almost 80 miles an hour. This is where he's going to pass us. I guarantee it. I guarantee he's going to pass us right here. Do it to it, man. Get it. Don't be scared. There's nobody over here. If you're going to pass me, pass me. He doesn't have the cojones to do it. He's one of those scared guys. He'll fly up and ride your tail, but he ain't gonna pass you because he's afraid. All right, well, anyway, there he goes. There he goes. That's right. Yeah. HXX 277. Look at that. Doing almost 80 miles an hour, and he flies past us. You know what's funny, though? Is I'll bet you money he doesn't get to the stop sign more than 10 or 15 seconds before we do. So, and if we're lucky, he'll get stuck behind a semi-truck on the way up there. Whatever. Okay, guys, the car's doing great. You know the routine. We're gonna stop when we get to the 5 mile mark. We're gonna pop the hood. We're gonna look around, make sure it's not smoking, on fire, leaking anything, and then we're gonna turn around and attempt to make it back to the house. Now, remember when I said he was gonna get there just a few seconds before us? 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. Yeah, the dude got there like 5 or 6 seconds before we did. And crossing into oncoming traffic and everything to do it. Yeah, it's each their own, whatever, man. I'm not saying I don't ever pass people, but I do it when they're going slow. I don't do it when the speed limit's 65 and somebody in front of me is doing 80, you know? All right, gauges, they look good. Temperature gauge is nice and cool. Fuel gauge seems to be working again. Obviously, the radio actually sounds halfway decent if you can get it to turn on. There we go. Not too shabby. Overall, not too bad of a car. And I know with that noise, we should probably look at replacing the rotors. I mean, seriously, guys, the brakes don't pulsate when I hit them. So I don't think I'm going to worry about rotors on an old car like this. Just throw it, we'll do a pad slap on it, clean some things up under there and call it a day. The blower motor, I'll look into that. If it's just a motor, no big deal. It sits right there. Air conditioning, if all it needs is a charge, again, no big deal. I don't mind jumping into that. There's the charge port right there for the low side. High side is right here. Being a 95, it should be R134A. Other than that, a couple of minor little issues, guys. Nothing crazy. The car doesn't look half bad, especially for being a 1995. It is comfortable. It rides nice. It's really not that bad of a car. I would tint the windows, fix the air conditioning, put some brake pads on it, fix the blower motor, and that's it. And that corner light. The corner light looks absolutely ridiculous because it's broken. Maybe clean up the headlights. I don't know. Those are all like optional things, not things the car needs. What it does need is a blower motor. You need that. Even if you don't have air conditioning, you need it for winter because you're going to need a heater. You know what I mean? We don't even have any warning lights on the dash, guys. Nothing. Nothing at all. This is a very, very respectable little car for $325. So I don't ever want to hear again from anybody that there are no good deals left at the auction because myself and others like me on YouTube have driven the prices up so high that people just can't afford them anymore. Absolutely not true. I've proven that with the other cars that I bought, and I'm going to continue proving it with all of the cars that I have incoming to the channel. Yes, they are 80s and 90s and 2000s cars. Nope, they're not the most sought after vehicles, and they're not the most stylish vehicles, but if you are truly desperately needing transportation, you can't say that these deals aren't out here. $200 for a Crown Victoria. Took a gamble on it. Got the engine unfrozen, running and driving with cold air conditioning. $200. This car needs a little bit of work. $325. My Maserati Chrysler TC, $2,000. Great deal. My 2007 Saab 9.3 convertible, cold air conditioning, runs and drives great, top works, great looking car. I mean, V6 turbo, love that car. Again, $2,000. How about my 2001 Cadillac Catera? Only 43,000 original miles. Guys, I got that car for $3,500. The deals are out there. And I've got so many cars coming. I got a 95 Cavalier that I probably gave $800 for. I've got Oh, there's so many. The 2017 Ford Explorer police car. I got that one for $2,000. I've got a Monte Carlo Z34. I think I gave $400 or $500 for it. I've got a Grand Prix GTP with a 3.4 dual overhead cam. Again, I think I got it for like $400. So guys, what I'm saying is there are plenty of deals out there. You just got to take the time to find them. I don't know about you guys, but it's not every day you can get on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or whatever other list they have out there and find a car that runs and drives for $325. We're talking about a car that you can literally jump on the interstate. I'm going 65, guys. You can literally jump on the interstate, sight unseen, and we're cruising. How long does it take to change brake pads? Right, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes because it's hot out, you know. If you're doing it outdoors, maybe 30 minutes, change a couple of brake pads, not that big of a deal. And with that alone, this car would be solid and reliable enough to get down the road. I'm going to park next to this Cutlass because unfortunately I need to steal the battery out of this car. I feel so bad. I hate to do it. Little car turned out to be great, man. Even the power locks work, and you got crank windows, so you don't have to worry about that. You know what I mean? I want to pop the hood one more time because that's 10 miles, guys. I got to steal the battery out of that car because I got to put it in here. This battery shot. This car I can't get to stay running. And this one I paid $2,000 for. Are you kidding me? I paid $2 grand for this car from Seattle, Washington. Paid like $1,800 to have it shipped out here. You know, 66,000 original miles. Damn thing won't stay running. Battery's dead. Here we got a $325 car. You tell me which is a better deal. The $325 car, it needs a little bit of work, but runs and drives down the highway, or the car that I paid $2,000 for that, well, I can't get it to stay running on its own. Just one more quick check. Make sure everything is okay under here before, yeah, come on, man. I wish it had a hood prop, but I don't, if it's got one, I sure don't see it. I don't even see anywhere where it would connect anyway. So that's interesting. And I don't even see anywhere, oh, it has hood struts. It's supposed to have hood struts. Okay, so that's gonna be fun. It's not overheating. It's running great. You want to talk about cheap cars, guys? Like I said, I've been doing this over and over on the channel, just trying to prove a point that they're out there. A 93 Cadillac V8 cold air conditioning, $200. $200. Yeah, granted, it doesn't run quite right. When you first hit the gas, it tries to die, but I think it really may just have bad fuel in it. I think this car sat for a long time. Other than that, though, it drives down the road solid, nice and smooth, cold air conditioning, windows work, good tires, $200. $4,500 for a Neon SRT4. Seriously, 128,000 miles, clean title on this, clean title on that, clean title on that, and that, this one, I think this one's like $200, $300, 92 Dodge Dynasty, supposed to run. The guy that dropped it off said it doesn't. You'll see handprints on the hood, so you're going to think that I've been messing with it. I had to put a battery in it. The old battery was completely shot. We got a Mercedes. This doesn't run. Came with no keys. 1995 S320W. No keys. Paid $400 for keys, and then found out they don't fit the ignition. So great. I have door keys. I have a trunk key. I have a glove box key, but no ignition key. I don't know what I'm going to do with that one. Again, $200 for the flooded Crown Victoria. 200 bucks. Guys, there you go. How about this one? Is it pretty? Absolutely not. This car is hideous, guys. $250 is what I paid for this, like a 91, 92 Geo Metro LSI convertible. Top is bad, interior's bad, but I'm going to tell you something about this little car. It gets 50 miles a gallon, 1.0 liter, 3-cylinder engine. 50 miles a gallon, manual transmission. I put a set of tires on it. I cleaned it up a little bit, not much, and it fires up and drives down the road. Now, again, is this something that you guys would want to drive? Probably not. Is it something that I want to drive? Nope. Nope, not really. But I, again, have been in positions before where I was really poor, and I'll tell you right now, I'd give this thing a wash. I'd drive the hell out of it. In fact, I'd unbolt the top so it didn't even have one. I'd take the top out of it, put a windshield in it, and I'd drive the hell out of it just like it is. Here's another one. Haven't had a chance to check this out yet, but it's a donation, 540,000 mile Chevy HHR. Yeah, one owner, 540,000 miles. Guys, the deals are out there. $8,500 for a clean title, one owner, slightly damaged, 2021 Hyundai Venue with 77,000 miles. One owner, clean title, 8,500 bucks. You kidding me? You kidding me? The deals are out there, guys. You just got to get out and go find them. You know what I mean? Every one of them is a gamble, but no risk, no reward. And I just love my little banana. That's what I'm going to call it, I think. My little yellow banana, my little Chrysler TC that ended up paying, I think it was $2,100 for this car. These cars are so expensive, guys. So to find one for $2,100, it's a hell of a deal. Under 100,000 miles as well. 26,000, I wouldn't call this this is not a car that people looking for a vehicle are going to be looking for. But still, the point is you look around, talk to people, you can find good deals, because I got this 57 Bel Air, true Bel Air VC code. It's got a 327, power brakes, power steering, disc brakes up front, LED lights all around. This car, I paid either 26 or 27, I can't remember, but it was either 26 or $27,000 for this car. Guys, go look around for a true Bel Air, a real VC Bel Air. That's a steal of a deal for one of these guys. Steal of a deal. This was $125. Granted, we haven't tried to get it started yet. Well, we tried, but didn't work. But we haven't actually started working on this yet. But if we get it running, $150 car, or $125 car, I think is what it was. The $2,000 Ford Explorer police car turns out to run and drive great. High miles, just under 200,000 miles. Probably ridiculous idle hours on it, but it runs and drives great with 4 good tires, push bar, plenty of room on the interior, cold air conditioning, $2,000. And here's the Ford EXP, my 82 EXP. I got this for like $300, something like that, 400 tops. Obviously, this one is not currently running, but it is what it is. There's the Cadillac Catera that I was telling you about. And then take a look at this little guy right here. My fiance spotted this, and if you've never seen one of these, this is called a red spider lily. It is actually a highly toxic plant. This is very poisonous. And the interesting thing is, if you look up what this means, what it stands for, it's for sadness and loss, like the death of a family member or a friend. The interesting thing about this is we've never seen one of these. In fact, this plant is very rare, which is why I have not cut it down. It's actually quite pretty, very unique looking. But yeah, it's supposed to resemble sadness and loss, death. And it's crazy that this popped up, because this has only been here for a couple days. But while you guys are watching these videos, I'm on vacation. I'm taking my mother to Indiana to go stay at my uncle's house. And now I'm not, yeah, I don't know. What's the word? Superstitious. I'm generally not the superstitious type. But when my fiance saw this and she told me what it was and what it resembled, I was like, that's weird, man, because we've never seen one of those here. Again, that is a very rare plant. For it to just pop up in the middle of my yard right before I'm leaving for vacation on a 600 and some mile drive there and back, a little bit scary. All right, guys, I think that is going to be it for this video. I'm ready to get out of here. So do me a favor, if you enjoyed today's video, hit the thumbs up button and let me know. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.